Okay, where are we now?
We are at ISE 2017 on the Quested booth.
Okay. And who are we talking to?
We're talking to Mr. Ollie Shortland, production manager for Quested Monitoring Systems. More and more helping with our research and development too.
Yes. And is this your first time at ISE?
This is my 4th year at ISE now. We first started on a much smaller booth than this. Second year we had an audio presence. We met a lot of some of our best distributors in the cinema world now through having that here. After that point, we didn't do it again. The reason is it's a very high outlay, and we've had just a good, if not better, show here, just talking to people on the stand.
And how's your fair going up to now?
Well, we think the fair's going very well up until now. We've had a change of ownership at Quested recently. Roger Quested is still obviously involved.
He's over there, right?
Stuart's the new co-owner, and Stuart's got a lot of changes, positive changes. It needed to happen.
What's the change?
Fantastic new website. Anyone's welcome to go and visit www.quested.com.
It was necessary as well.
Absolutely. Bringing in a new look, a new public front to the company. Changing logos. We've now got 2 definite divisions to the business, if you like: cinema monitors, studio monitors. Studio monitoring being what we are renowned for and have been doing for the last 30 years. Cinema monitors have been born out of having studio monitors, which some of the best producers in the world use to compose and mix the music that we see on some of our most favourite movies. Ethos is then transferred to the cinema realm. So this is a Z16 speaker, 3-way. This is a slightly scaled down version of our XX18. It's a passive radiator, one of the drivers in there, one being an axle.
So what's the difference between the studio monitors and the cinema monitors?
Studio monitors all of our studio monitors use a soft dome tweeter, some a soft dome mid. Once you put a studio speaker that's been designed to have the crossover point set at such a point that you get the dispersion, you don't get any beaming, soft domes basically will blow up. Our cinema range handles a lot more power by still applying the ethos we use to how we think a speaker should sound and get across what it does.
It's a ribbon tweeter then able to handle a lot of power.
This is actually an
This
is actually an AMT, so there's a slight difference. The AMT has a pleat with copper banding running through it. A ribbon tweeter is, as it sounds, traditional sandwich ribbon. Piece of metal. So AMTs, I mean this AMT in particular is a very, very nice sounding AMT, designed to project through the woven screen.
Well, we reviewed Quested and we found it very natural sounding, and also as if there's no speaker, you know. You hear a hobo in the room and no a hobo through a speaker. Okay, so you went from studios to cinema, and what's next? What can we expect from Quested?
Without giving too much away, we will be looking into a high fidelity division. It's a long-term project. It's something we are going to evolve naturally rather than force. Forcing stuff's not good. So we will be applying some of our, some of the passive 3-way technology to a hi-fi realm.
And is it like, what we're seeing here? This
is the ZR.
Yeah. What is this? Is it a little bit? Can we expect a little bit adaptation of this?
Only in a sense that no, actually, it's going to be a lot bigger. You could apply this to hi-fi, and this speaker, badge rotated, tweeter rotated, either side of a television in your conventional lounge. Yeah. Fantastic speaker.
Yeah. And you do already do home cinema, right? And in-wall installations.
We do, yeah. I mean, this again, the Z16. You've seen it on the graphic there. 3, 5 of these, 6 of these are meant to be positioned behind the screen. Where we are positioned now, we're doing more of the really high-end custom installations, in-wall systems. It's a funny thing to do with an in-wall system, i.e., the traditional flush-mounted speakers. Without the cabinetry behind it, you can very easily lose a large part of what the speaker does. We do have 2 coaxial speakers which have been designed to sit in between traditional building joist dimensions. Again, one of them which will use an AMT, 12-inch coaxial doing the LF side of things. Could be a fantastic product.
I heard your subwoofers. I didn't hear them. I felt them, but they were so fast.
It's fast and even, yeah. So you don't.
How do you do that?
You don't have any holes. Good design. Roger's experience. Good port tuning. Making sure the driver is working very well in its box and the volume.
Because it might be one of the fastest subs I've ever heard.
Wow, can you remember which model was?
It was a Young Studio.
SB10, 10-inch?
It was in a Young Studio, Young Pro Studio.
Okay. So maybe
it was under his console.
Maybe the SB10, maybe the X12. Yeah, same ethos applies. Matching the driver.
It looks a little bit like that one, you know.
It
didn't have the looks, but it had the sound.
Yeah. It's matching the where the driver's working comfortably, within the volume it can work comfortably, making sure the port tuning is correct. That's how.
So, what could you say? What's the difference between studio and cinema and let's say hi-fi, high-end? Coloration?
I would say usage, really.
Sorry?
It comes down to usage. The studio monitor is designed to be completely honest and neutral. What you put in, you're going to get out. Hi-fi is going to be the same Quested ethos, but with slightly more pleasing elements to the response. Maybe some slightly different driver selection. Cinema is really about power handling. It's about finding those compromise points. There's always a compromise with loudspeaker design. It's finding the compromise points where you're happy, the speaker sits comfortably within its intended usage, and ultimately the listener is happy.
And will you do active speakers in let's say hi-fi, high-end? Will they be active or passive?
We are finding in our research that different territories would like different hi-fi setups. Mm-hmm. Some to be self-powered, so small bookshelf speakers, for example, they can plug them in. They don't have to do anything. The larger passive models, people like to bi-amp occasionally with the esoteric valve amps, maybe a Class D amplifier on the LF section that's a lot faster. So it's to do with the territory, and as I say, it's an early project for us that we're researching and seeing how it pans out.
So you say slow, and how slow is slow, or how fast is slow?
Well, time moves quicker and quicker, doesn't it? But we're talking 2 to 3 years.
We'll be happy to review it sometime.
I look forward to doing this again.
Thanks for your time. And
Pleasure.
Are you a happy new owner?
I'm a very happy new owner, yeah.
What made you decide to get into the company?
I used to work for Quested, or Quested's sister company, a long time ago, and I fell in love with the products.
You can talk. It's okay.
I fell in love with the products back then, and I always carried that with me, that feeling, that love of the products, and I used Quested at home actually.
You do?
Yeah, I had Quested at home.
As a home
system. I used to listen to.
We talk about the convergence of home hi-fi.
I really liked to listen to. I like to hear the honesty of the mix, and so for me. No, I was running with S6s, and the SB10 sub was actually the system, a 2.1 system, and just loved it, absolutely loved it. And then became kind of apparent there might be an opportunity to get back involved with Quested, and I'd spent the last sort of 8.5 years with L Acoustics, and I always kind of felt that there was things with Quested, could be built on and driven better with the business side of stuff. And so when the opportunity came along, I kind of thought, yeah, this is the time actually, and joined, and that was 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And love it. Yeah, absolutely love it. It's
Ollie really looks very happy with it. So.
Yeah, I mean all of the team at Quested, it's been fantastic. It's already come together really nicely. Everyone's really behind what we're doing. A number of our distributors are really energised again by some of the changes that we're making. And the changes are purely based on the marketing aspect and the distribution type aspect. The products are fantastic. There's never been an issue with the products. They're fantastic. Coming in, we've been looking at things. So we've just increased the warranty to 5 years on all the products. Because again, we were looking at this, and when I went through it, and the failure rates are so low, it's why are we not having a better warranty period? So we've upped that to 5 years. So all the changes that we're making are very positive towards the business and the history of the business.
So what you're saying is that you not merely, but you're doing more brand experience, actually.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, it's the thing with Quested's always, we've got fantastic products and fantastic user base. It's an amazing user base.
Very faithful.
Very faithful. And their lifetime, these guys tend to get involved, and when they get involved for 20 years, 30 years. You see speaking brands come and go within studios, but a lot of these guys, it's interesting, on the second-hand market, you don't really find Quested.
No.
And people keep hold of it, so they might try a new brand for a little while, but they always end up back to Quested is what sort of, happens. And so we have this amazing user base, and we've never really asked our user base, would you mind if we, would you give us a quote and let's talk about this a bit? And the stuff that's coming back in is everyone's saying, yeah, absolutely, what do you need? And they're giving us some fantastic quotes. And I was out in the US a few weeks ago and went to some amazing studios, chat with some great guys. And they've been really supportive and saying, yeah, what can we do to help? Yeah, we're really behind this. It's great to see Quested sort of pushing forward again as a company.
Well, that's the way of doing it, you distribute your marketing by your customers, and they're your best.
They are our adverts. It's we don't really advertise in magazines and things like that. We're a very organic company. And we don't try and force our business. So what we're trying to do now is just collate some of that information and put it in a central point where people can access it when they hear about it. They can come and find out information, and that's what we're doing. We want to grow the business really organically, but stay absolutely true and faithful to our original structure of what we're there to do and how the products are built and designed and are indeed.
Okay, a political question: is Brexit affecting your business? Not yet,
but it will. It will. Yeah, I think raw material costs, we will absolutely see those go up.
It's manufactured in China?
No, we're all manufactured in the UK, but things like, cost of metals going up, cost of, components going up. So even some of our sub-suppliers, so some of our drivers that we use from sub-suppliers, the metal work goes up for the castings. We use a lot of European-sourced components and UK-sourced components. We manufacture entirely in the UK. But we will start to see those costs go up, and where the other place we'll see the costs go up will be cost of living. As cost of living goes up, wages need to go up to match that. So that's where I think we'll see the implementation or the effect of the Brexit situation. And obviously the world market is in a strange place right now, all over the place. But all I can say is last year we had pretty much a record year last year. This year we're getting great feedback from people, really positive. So I think we'll have another good, strong year this year. And regardless of what happens in the world market, you've just got to find the right attitude to deal with it and push through. And that's kind of what we're planning to do with it. So, yeah.
Thanks very much.
Pleasure.
We'll be hearing from you, and we'll review more Quested stuff in the near future.
Look forward to that.
Thanks.
Thank you.